Welcome everyone to the home of finding sweet chocolate Easter eggs within our video games. Well, okay, perhaps not chocolate ones, but it's as good as having and finding the real thing, but just on a different level, as this is the Easter Egg Hunter. Immediately starting the game, we find James washing his face. He walks outside and we get a sense of what is going on, as his wife Mary wrote him a letter even though she's been dead 3 years, and telling him to meet her in their special place somewhere in Silent Hill. We walk to the car, pick up the map from the front seat, and away we go, off to find Mary. Well, we could do if you feel like it, but I prefer it if we hack the camera instead, where we can find her body laying on the back seat of the car, hidden under a blanket. Well, that's the game ruined, so let's hack the camera again. So when you walk past the original Silent Hill 2 ranch sign, it looked like this. You know, something that was fitting to this unnerving setting. Roll forward to the Comedy HD collection and the sign was changed to a Comic Sans font. Yeah, something that was used in a comic, cartoon, or perhaps a children's book. Thankfully, in the remake, the Comic Sans sign is no more, but it can still be found on the floor in the farm building in the background. And the final camera hack Easter egg comes when you reach the Historical Society, and if you utilise the camera to pass through the barred gates leading to the staircase, you can get a close-up of the awesome Bloober team. When you first meet Maria and enter the grounds of Jack's Inn, you can enter room 106, where James has an uneasy feeling.
This room, there's something wrong with it.
It is also a place you can observe several Easter eggs, and the first is the hat resting on the chair. This belongs to Douglas Cartland, one of the main characters in Silent Hill 3, and it so happens that he and Heather Mason stayed in this very room during the events of that game. And if you happen to wander into room 106 a little later on in the game, then you'll notice that the wallpaper is ripped behind one of the beds, and the symbol of the halo of the sun and save point symbol from the game can also be seen. There is also another secret here, as if you listen to the TV, there is actually a Morse code message that can be decoded as saying, "Why did you do it, James?" The second Morse code message can also be heard in Toluca Prison in the Boar section. Where it is understood to say again and again and again.
Whoa! Hey! Why'd you do that?
There are also two other references at Jack's Inn, as once Maria and James break into room 108, James can break down a wall and grab a note from a desk with a code that reads 0451. A code that has been used in many video games such as Firewatch, Deus Ex, Bioshock, Gone Home, Prey, Dishonored, and many, many more. Plus, once you've grabbed the code and returned to the other room, Maria will be holding up an outfit.
Hey! You think I'd look good in this one?
You're coming with me?
You were just gonna leave me?
No.
When all these monsters around?
When you complete the game for the first time and start a new game plus, you can grab yourself a Blues Varna. Yeah, a kick-ass chainsaw, where if you're near an enemy, James will wield the chainsaw, but if you stand still for a few seconds, then there's a chance he'll either pose with it, or wield it above his head like Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. During the original Silent Hill 2, James visits Pete's Bowl-O-Rama and would walk in on Eddie tucking into a pizza.
Are you alone here, Eddie? No.
James would then question how he could sit there and eat during this wondrous occasion.
This town is full of monsters. How can you sit there and eat pizza?
Well, if you happen to come across Pete's Bolorama hidden amongst the fog when you visit Western South Vale during the remake, then James will be able to call back to that very scene.
This town's full of monsters. Who could just sit here and eat pizza?
There is also a new scene in the remake when James finds Eddie tucking into a tub of ice cream at the cinema rather than pizza. A strained conversation ensues.
You coming?
Now you want me to come with you?
We don't get any ice cream. Then we can proceed onwards through the next set of double doors leading to the adjacent screening room, where, if you wait around for the projection to start, you'll be able to witness a brief and very missable scene of what appears to be James beginning to bend down. Perhaps it was to pick up a stick of gum, tie his shoelace, or maybe it was to pick up the mail. One of the coolest secrets that was found in the remake was discovered by Dale Robinson over on Reddit, who looked into the 26 different Polaroid photos you can find scattered throughout the world. As Dale uncovered a secret message by counting the objects in a single photo and by using that number to give him a letter. For example, in photo 1 there are 6 open windows on the building, and by counting 6 letters into the message "so many people here" gives you a Y. In photo 2 there are 2 bedposts, so that's an O. In photo 3 there are 3 light patches, that gives you a U. Photo 4 there is 1 vase, so that gives you a V. Photo 5 there are 7 birds, so that gives you an E. And if you continue following these rules for all 26 photos, then you are given the message, "You've been here for 2 decades. Our last 2 Easter eggs are 2 awesome secret endings to discover, and both require completing the game and starting a new game plus. The first ending then needs you to smash the window in the jewellery store and grab the blue gem. Then bring it out of your inventory when you reach the rooftop of the Soul Street Apartments, as you step onto the pier in Rosewater Park, and just as you hop out of the boat at the Lakeview Hotel, and each time you do this it will be occupied by a UFO sound. Then finally, when you open room 312 on the 3rd floor of the Lakeview Hotel, the UFO sound will ring out again, where you should bring out the gem one more time and you'll be greeted by this crazy secret cutscene. And for a second crazy ending, you should visit the storeroom of the pet store, where you can pick up the first half of the dog key. Then make your way to Munson Street and look out for the gate with a dog bone nailed to it, and this will allow you to enter the back garden of a dwelling and take the final part of the dog key found in a doghouse. This in turn will allow us to open the observation room, which again is found on the 3rd floor of the Lakeview Hotel.
Fuck ass shit. Nie! To nie może być prawda.
I lied. I said I wouldn't return until the Nintendo Switch 2 released at the beginning of June, but I couldn't help myself. And I do hope you are enjoying these new episodes of the Easter Egg Hunter, and if you've missed any of the previous 2 installments, you can find them here in just a second. I hope you are all doing okay, have fun, and I'll be back very soon. Bye.